Shots fired in a Harrisburg neighborhood
I see a lot of police in the street.
as ICE attempts to make an arrest.
The whole block was taped off.
Why the agency says one of its officers pulled the trigger.
Safety inspections turned deadly in Schuylkill County
Pennsylvania lost one of its finest public servants.
as a state trooper is struck and killed by a passing vehicle.
The man died a hero.
The legacy he leaves behind tonight.
Triple-digit heat returns to the Susquehanna Valley as we go into Thursday and Friday, but also the chance for storms by the weekend. We'll show you the details in the full forecast.
As it's almost 100 degrees outside, pizza shops have ovens that are almost 500 degrees inside. We'll take you inside a local Lancaster shop and tell you how they're beating the heat, competing with this oven.
Food, fun, and footy. We're at the watch party for Team USA at Christian Pulisic Stomping Grounds. The U.S. taking on Bosnia and tensions are high.
WGAL News 8 at 10 starts now.
Extreme heat will be beating down the region from now until the 4th of July, at some points reaching triple digits. Good evening to you. I'm Lori Burkholder.
And I'm Jerry Gish. Let's go right to Storm Team meteorologist Mike Susko. And Mike, we almost hit 100 today.
We did. We got up to 99 degrees today, guys. So just a degree off of the 100 mark, also, which would have been the record. Tomorrow, though, I think we end up doing that here. So not only tomorrow, but also on Friday, we have a chance to actually hit 100 degrees here. But it's really the humidity when you factor that in that's going to make the difference. We're going to feel like we're in the hundreds no matter what. On Thursday, Friday, even Saturday, it's going to be very hot out there, but it won't be as intense. You can see the temperature there starting to drop a little bit with the heat index forecast, and then even more so on Sunday. But the extreme heat warning will continue until at least Friday evening there, 8 o'clock. That's all the pink you see across the Susquehanna Valley because of this high pressure system that is just really letting the heat bake, not only in the Susquehanna Valley, but really across the entire mid-Atlantic and southeastern part of the country right now. Now, temperatures at this hour are still very warm. Check out Camp Hill, 89 degrees, 90 still in Lebanon, 86 for Lancaster. Also the same thing there in Harrisburg. A bit cooler in York at 80, but 87 in Dover. Keep in mind, that's just the air temperature. As we go through the forecast tonight, clear skies, near record warmth. The record is 80. We're going to be close to that for the record warm low overnight and only drop into the upper 70s. So a very warm night tonight. That's going to help us very quickly get into the 80s and then 90s by lunchtime tomorrow. And there's the triple digits, guys, as we are heading home from work tomorrow during rush hour. There's a good chance that we will be hitting that century mark on the thermometer across parts of the area tomorrow.
Wow, Mike, thank you. And today, firefighters in Conestoga Township battled a wheat field fire amid the high heat and dry conditions. According to the Rollinsville Fire Company, crews were dispatched just after 1 p.m. Fire company also thanked a woman they say stopped to give a case of water to the crews, which helped keep crews hydrated as they battled the fire.
And right now, firefighters aren't the only ones trying their best to stay cool.
Yeah, restaurant owners are trying to beat the heat while keeping those ovens on. Newsday's Marcy Walsh is live at a local pizza shop with how they're staying cool during this heat wave. Marcy.
Jerry, Lori, the ovens here at Those Guys Pizzeria are set to a whopping 500 degrees. But the crews inside are no stranger to the heat from the oven, and they took us behind the counter to show us how they're beating this heat wave this summer. Between pizzas going in and out of the ovens, sizzling cheesesteaks on the grill, and French fries right out of the fryer, the temperatures outside have nothing on the heat in the kitchen at Those Guys Pizzeria.
It's a little bit hotter than normal, but you do what you have to do.
The ovens that bake the pizza are set to a toasty 500 degrees, that heat radiating around the oven.
Once you continuously use them, they start to burn hotter, and we have a double deck one. So the bottom and the top work together. The more pies you put in there, so it increases it.
After decades of making pizzas, Allegretti and the team at Those Guys Pizzeria is extra prepared to deal with the heat inside as the temperatures outside climb into the triple digits.
Drink a lot of water, stay hydrated. Dip into the walk-in every once in a while, just get that cool breeze.
The crew has the AC blasting to compete with the oven, keeping it cool enough for customers to enjoy their food or even catch the big game.
You just do what you do. We show up every time. There you have it.
And the crew plans to keep that AC blasting throughout the holiday weekend and through this heat wave. Live in Lancaster County, I'm Marcy Walsh, WGAL News 8.
All right, Marcy, thanks so much. And several communities in our area are also hosting cooling stations for residents trying to get out of these hot conditions. We have a list at WGAL.com. You can scan that QR code you also see on your screen to get that information. And the News 8 storm team will be with you throughout this heat wave. We'll have updated forecasts and any event changes on WGAL.com and also on the WGAL app.
Tonight, the search continues for a man who ICE says rammed his car into one of their vehicles in Harrisburg before an officer fired a shot. The agency says that Clemente Laura Hernandez is an undocumented immigrant from Mexico with a criminal history of assault, hit and run, and a domestic incident. Authorities say they were trying to arrest him this morning when he rammed his car into an ICE vehicle at 17th and Berry Hill Street. They say he then went the wrong direction on a one-way street, crashed into another vehicle, and drove away. That's when the officer fired his weapon. Another officer cut his hand. One man says his community stepped up in keeping each other aware.
Whatever happened, it's not indicative of this neighborhood. We get a bad rap a lot of time about things that's going on. And as shown by our communication with one another today, we do work together with what's going on in our neighborhood.
And I ask that you call 911 if you have any information.
A man is charged with first-degree murder of a relative in Dauphin County. We first brought this to you as breaking news last night. Police say 28-year-old Esteban Vallejas stabbed his relative, 67-year-old Connie Pineda. Court documents say a witness heard Pineda screaming and saw Esteban Vallejas standing over her body before running from the apartment. Investigators say another witness who made the 911 call claims Vallejas was acting strange on Tuesday and said, quote, "They all have to die or we all have to die."
This is an awful case because we have multiple stab wounds. We have at least 3 stab wounds. A tragic event for a family, but it was good police work that brought it to a conclusion within 12 hours.
An autopsy for the victim that is set for tomorrow. Vallejas is being held at the Dauphin County Prison without bail.